Hi, welcome to this week's travel clinic. You have us under pressure, so we may not get everything done today. Whatever we get done today, we post today, Tuesday, and the rest we get through to you tomorrow. Keep the questions coming in. We're just absolutely swamped, but we're loving it. Click&Go.com. Couple looking to go on a med cruise, 30th of September, budget 2,500 total. We can match that budget, so that's 2,500 for two people. Two really good options. MSC Seaview, a beautiful ship. I was on the launch on the 30th of September, including flights from Dublin. It's cruising from Barcelona. It includes drinks and an interior cabin. And also included are your transfers, the cruise, as I said, your drinks and your gratuities. And that's on MSC Seaview on the 30th of September, the date you want, from Barcelona. If Barcelona isn't your thing and you want to try Venice, how about this? MSC Armenia, saw that ship when it was all renovated and refurbed. This year it's cruising from Venice and it's got a Kotor on the 30th of September. Kotor is down just south of Croatia, and it also visits Mykonos, Santorini, Bari and Venice. So a beautiful East Med itinerary, also $250 for two, and that includes your flights, your transfers, your cruise, your drinks and your gratuities. So a really, really good option. Flights and hotel in Sorrento or the Amalfi Coast for two adults and two teens. You didn't give me any dates, but I'm assuming it's school holiday time because of the teenagers being in secondary school. So I looked at around the 28th of June, so the very end of June going into July. Sorrento and that area is not brilliant for apartments, so you don't have many apartment options, but you do have tons of things that families and teenagers would absolutely love to do. So I looked at two options. One, where the four of you would share, and we have a really nice hotel there called the Spicy. Great little website for the Spicy. A little bit outside the centre of Sorrento, but value for money is really good. You're going to get all four of you away on the 28th of June for around 2,600 in total. That's 650 per person, so a very, very good deal. If you want to have two rooms and some privacy, so two rooms for each of you, two in each room, the Caravel on the same date is coming in at around 900 euros. So you're paying a bit extra, but you are getting a lot more in terms of the holiday. And that's a really nice hotel, well located in Sorrento, and so much to do between the Amalfi Coast, between Vesuvius, going in and out of Naples, and just exploring Sorrento, all those great boat trips, and taking in Capri as well. They will love it. You love it too. Click&Go.com. Lauren is asking about Disneyland flights, hotel, tickets, one checked-in bag, 3 nights, 2 adults and 2 kids, a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old, after the 15th of May and any time in June. So there's two options for you here, Lauren. If we stay on site in one of the Disney hotels, your tickets are included. The initial price looks higher, but your entry tickets to the theme parks are included for your full duration. And on the 6th of June, the Santa Fe would be coming in at 2,800 for all four of you. And 50 extra would have a checked-in bag for you. So 2,800 in the Santa Fe, 2 adults, 2 kids, flights and 3 nights, and 4 days entrance to the theme park. On the other hand, if you want one of the hotels close to the park, the Explorers, our top-selling hotel close to the park, great facilities in the hotel for kids, pool, all of that sort of stuff, 1,700, but then you have to add your tickets. And the tickets for 3 days, because with adding the tickets you can be flexible. If you took 3 days tickets based on your flights, that's going to add 800. And if you took 4 days tickets based on your flights being early out and late back, that would add just under 1,100. So the ticket extra price is fairly high and worth considering. So the two balance out at the end of the day. It's really up to you whether you stay in one of the Disney hotels or whether you stay very close by. You have more flexibility close by because you don't have to buy the tickets for the full duration. But if you do buy the tickets for the full duration, the price is the same. Choice is yours. We have it all. And some great information on the website at Disneyland Paris, so Click&Go.com. Next one is, when's the best time to visit Paris and which arrondissement is the best to stay in? Paris is divided into regions like arrondissement, and in pretty much the same way as Dublin is divided into postcodes. So arrondissement is just the French for postcodes. For me, staying in Paris, it's around the Marais, which is the 2nd, 3rd arrondissement, close to the Louvre, close to Notre Dame, right in the centre. But do you know what? The transportation is so amazing in Paris. You don't need to be in the 2nd and 3rd because you're going to spend that bit more. The metro system is brilliant. Everything is so well connected. In terms of best time to visit, it really is entirely up to you. In the summertime, the Seine turns into a little Paris plage. They create a beach right down the Seine. It is spectacular. Even in the winter, Paris is amazing. We did a podcast yesterday with kids who've been to Disneyland Paris, and we're talking about the Eiffel Tower, and they were there in January. So any time of the year, this is an amazing city to visit. And location-wise, as I said, ideally 2nd or 3rd, but don't get hung up on that. Molly is asking, any specials for solo traveller, trips, day trips around Europe, cruises, etc.? Molly, on our website, we facilitate solo search all the time. You just have to put in one person. One thing we don't do is day trips, because everything we do is flights and accommodation. But there are some great options for, flights, day trip flights out of Dublin. We did a few last week. I think we called out Lisbon and Barcelona as two really good options. In terms of cruises, once you're in the summer, the solo price can be quite high, but some of the cruise lines have solo cabins. So they are now building cabins that are just designed for solo occupancy. They're not half the price in terms of sharing, but they're a really good offer, so that's worth considering. And always on the website, whether it's Sun, City, USA, whatever, you can search based on one sharing, you can search based on two, and oftentimes you're going to see that the actual solo occupancy supplement is not too bad. Hope that helps, Molly. Cheers. Kathleen is looking for a 3-night break in Europe in March for 4 sisters over 60 and a €200 budget. It's pretty competitive budget, let's call it, but we did find stuff for you. On the 5th of March, Budapest and Prague are coming in at €208 for flights and 3 nights accommodation. So that's on Sunday, the 5th of March. You're going to get the cheapest flight options on the Sunday, Monday, not weekends in March. I'm kind of hoping you're flexible on your dates in order to keep with that budget. And then if you go a little bit higher in terms of budget, you can get Barcelona for $222, flying out on Tuesday, the 7th of March. So really good options. That's based on 2 sharing, 3 nights accommodation, and includes your flights. So Kathleen, clickandgo.com, some great city deals. Taking my dad in September to Thinking Canaries golf course nearby, 4 or 5 star. 2 suggestions for you. In terms of golf, I would be calling out Gran Canaria and Tenerife. Price-wise, you're going to do better in Gran Canaria. How about this, Linda? This isn't Linda, this is Shiv. Going out on the 6th of September, the FBC Fortuny, a 4-star in Maspalomas, €549. That's flights plus accommodation for 2, based on 2 people for 7 nights. The Gloria Palace in San Agustin, just over 600 at 615. Again, flights and 7 nights on B&B and a really nice 4-star. The FBC Fortuny is adult only. There's 2 very close golf courses that are good. There's a smaller golf course in Maspalomas and then the big 18-hole one up in Melenares and nearby in Salobret. So you have some good choices and some amazing prices in September for Gran Canaria. 549 FBC Fortuny and 615 Gloria Palace San Agustin. Tenerife was coming in a bit more expensive because in the south the golf courses are more close to the airport around Golf del Sur, that location. So I would be suggesting stay in Los Cristianos, which is nearby, and then over to the golf. But what I was getting in Los Cristianos was a bit pricey because one of the ones I like is the H10 Big Sur, coming in at 810, adult only 4-star, right on the coast, stunning. And the Hollywood Mirage South Catering coming in at 580. So you can see, and that was on the 13th of September to Tenerife. So you can see Gran Canaria was giving better value. Hope that helps. Enjoy. Looking at going on a cruise, October 2024. When should I be looking at? A year out or less? Well, 2024 is available for the cruise lines as of now. The cruise lines load their inventory very early, so you can book 2024 now. The problem is they don't have a lot of the flight inventory loaded just yet, but that should happen reasonably soon. In terms of cruise, it can be difficult. Definitely September, October, November of 23 is going to be the best time to book 24 by having the packages in place for you, because you're looking at October 24. So at that point, so September, October, November this year, we'll have the flights and everything in place. But we can definitely book off the cruise here and have that, squared off. In terms of the package, it is more around 11, 12 months out, but people are booking cruise earlier and earlier to get the best value. It's just a case of tying in with when the cruise lines bring out their best promotion, because they're currently on one of their best promotions. It's called Wave, and it includes loads of special offers. So the people booking now are getting the best value for 2023 at the moment. So clickandgo.com and talk to the cruise team. Hi guys, we're back. Travel Clinic, day 2, Wednesday. We didn't get it all done yesterday, so we go straight in. Christmas 23 this year, trip to Mexico, 1 week for 7 adults, best location and price ranges, please. Well, we have all of the experts in the office on this, including Madam behind the camera, and including Mairead, who worked there for 3 years, and including Linda, who knows it like the back of her hand. So their suggestions are as follows. In the hotel zone of Cancun, which doesn't sound like the nicest area, but this hotel is the best. Secrets Divine, adult only, all inclusive, going out on the 20th of December. It's coming in just under 2,900 per person. It's next door to the Hard Rock. There's loads of gen on this in terms of The guy from the Two Johnnies has just returned there. It's on his podcast. He absolutely loved it, nailed it. Where Secrets Divine is, Kathleen said she didn't particularly like the area, but the hotel just won out on so many fronts that she was absolutely willing to tolerate the location. So in terms of Cancun, you have the hotel zone, and then you have Riviera Maya. Riviera Maya, the hotels are more separated, more segregated, and you're very much on your own. But even in the hotel zone, you tend to stay within your own hotel. And really the call out is Secrets Divine. The other option up in Riviera Maya, if that's your option, would be Dreams Riviera, coming in at about 2,500, but that's more families and you're all adults. So I think the adult only Secrets Divine is absolutely the one for you. Click&Go.com. Here's one with regard to Legoland. Do you have any packages for Legoland for July? 2 adults, 2 kids. Now I am looking for my prices because I did right. Yes, I did. 2 adults, 2 kids. Ages 6 and 9. Okay, so Legoland is very close to Windsor and Slough, and Windsor and Slough are very close to London Heathrow Airport. I mean, 8 miles thereabouts. So we can do, I looked at the 4th of July and basing it on the Holiday Inn in Slough, which is about 4 miles from Heathrow and 4 miles from Legoland. The 4th to the 11th, 11.56 would be the flights and accommodation for 3 nights for the 4 of you, 11.56. Tickets are coming in at about £34 sterling per day, adult or child, doesn't matter. Now, what you could do, there's many ways you can do Legoland. You can do Legoland by staying in one of the hotels nearby. You can stay in the Legoland hotels. If you want the Legoland hotels, we would be sending you to Magic Vacations, who are based down in Kinsale. They're members of the Irish Travel Agents Association. Website is magicvacations.ie. They are the exclusive operators for the 2 Legoland hotels, the resort and the castle. So they would be really good for that, and they know everything there is to know. But obviously the cost is higher because you're staying in one of the Legoland hotels, and it's a bit like Disney where your entrance tickets are included. So the other option is what we do. Go onto the website. In the drop down for destination, just select Legoland, and it will only bring up the hotels that are nearby. But we've none on site, so you'd have to taxi it, about 12 to 15 pounds in a taxi, but it's a good combination. The other alternative is to stay in London and come out and do Legoland for a day, depending on what you're looking for. But if you want the immersive experience, magicvacations.ie, or stay close by and then taxi it, and you'll save a bit of money. Either way, have a great time. I believe it is only fab. Which airport to fly to from Cork to Italy, please? Sightseeing, relaxing, food and drink, 4 or 5 nights. I had a look, and you are actually quite well served out of Cork. There's flights in from Cork to Bergamo, near Milan. Bergamo is one of my favourite cities in northern Italy. Flights into Venice and flights into Rome. So you really have a great choice. So you have Bergamo, which is kind of the Milan area, Venice, and it goes into main Marco Polo Airport or Treviso, and Rome. So great options. Year-round Bergamo, and you can do a Tuesday to a Saturday. There's flights twice a week on Cork Bergamo with Ryanair, and Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday from April onwards. In Venice, you have the main airport Marco Polo and flights every Wednesday and Saturday, so you could do a Saturday, come back Wednesday, and you get your 4 nights. And then in the summertime, Ryanair flying to Treviso, which is very nearby and another really nice town. And Rome is Monday to Friday, year-round out of Cork, so you have the perfect 4-night vacation. And who's not to love Rome in terms of food, everything else, sights. Family of 4, all-inclusive, Tenerife in November. Okay, so 2 really, really good options for you here. The cheaper option is the 4-star Tagoro Family and Fun, which is in Costa Deque. Costa Deque is the area we recommend in Tenerife for families because it's newer hotels, really nice location, where you have Playa de las Americas, you have Los Cristianos on one side, Costa Deque on the other. So Costa Deque is where we're looking, and the Tagoro Fun and Family and Fun rather, is there. And as you can tell, it's a family property, kids club, 4-star, all inclusive, 2,700 for the 4 of you, flights and 1 week in November. Like, that is an amazing price. I can't do the maths very quickly on that. It's about $650 a head or thereabouts. So that is really good, all inclusive, Tagoro Family and Fun. Slightly more expensive, but you're stepping up in terms of the standard of the property, even though it's also a 4-star, and that is the La Branda Suites in Costa Deque, coming in at 3,300, so just over the 800 mark. But it's a very refurbished property. They have done an amazing job on it. La Branda are a really good hotel chain. So if it's value, Tagoro Family and Fun, 2.7. If it's not the money piece and you're looking for a bit more comfort, La Branda Suites Costa Deque, both 4-star, both all-inclusive, both kids club. What's not to like? Click&Go.com.
Family of 5 holiday deals, just 1 week in June. Okay, had a quick look at 2 options here. I've been calling out the value in Fuerteventura for a while, and it really is there. So let me have a look at Fuerteventura at the start of June and the end of June, and then I have another suggestion, which is mainland Spain, Roquetas de Mar, again, start and end June, and you can compare. So Fuerteventura, 6th of June, for the 5 of you, in a 2-bedroom standard villa in the Pierre Vacances Origo Mare, which is just outside Carleco, 4-star property, kids club, great facilities, ideal for family, 2,200 for 5. That's flights for 5, accommodation for 5, for 7 nights in a really good 4-star property with absolutely tons of facilities, water slides, you name it. If you go a little bit later, towards the end of June, because I'm thinking school holidays, the price goes from 2,200 up to 3,000. So it's quite a jump, 800 euros extra, but still, for the 5 of you, that's 600 euros ahead. So really good value when you consider what you're getting. You're also getting the 2 bedrooms. On mainland Spain, 2 really good options. If it's a value for money option you're looking for, in Roquetas de Mar, you fly into Almeria, so it's like on the mainland coast, kind of halfway between Malaga and Valencia kind of thing. The Pierre Vacances 3-star property, no kids club, good swimming pool, but otherwise limited facilities. But at the start of June, for the 5 of you, 1,800 euros. That's flights plus 7 nights accommodation in a 2-bedroom apartment in the Pierre Vacances Roquetas de Mar. And then if you go at the later part of June, only 2,200. So really good value. Look at Roquetas de Mar, it's on the website, check it out. If you're looking for a little bit better, also, you're flying into Almeria, on the Costa Almeria, there's a resort called Mojácar, Mojacar, really nice resort, right on the beach. Lovely property there called the Best Pueblo Endalo, 2-bedroom unit. At the start of June is going to be 2,350, 2,350, and at the end of June, 2,800. So my recommendations would be Fuerteventura or Roquetas de Mar, both on the website, both really good prices, and those are really good options. As I say, the Pierre Vacances one in Roquetas, more basic compared to the Pierre Vacances Origo Mare in Fuerteventura, which is all singing, all dancing, kids club, lots of facilities, you name it, it's there. Enjoy, Click&Go. Another one out of Cork. Cork Airport will be delighted with us this week. Hope you're listening, Barry. Recommendations for 10 days in the sun from Cork in June, close to the beach and no hills. Just to give you a flavour, out of Cork, in terms of sun direct out of Cork, you have flights to Faro for the Algarve, Palma for Majorca, Dubrovnik, Croatia, and then in the Canary Islands, Tenerife, Lanzarote, Gran Canaria, really, really good, and Malaga. All of those, so Malaga for the Costa del Sol, all of those would be great. If I was looking at the Algarve in terms of beach and no hills, I'd be thinking Alvor is absolutely ideal for what you're looking for. In Majorca, I just love Puerto Palenza and Alcudia and Camp Pickford in the north, all on the flat, really easy to get around and superb beach. Dubrovnik, maybe less of the beach because it's Dubrovnik, Croatia, so we might move to Tenerife, Lanzarote and Gran Canaria, and all of those, like again, Costa Deque, good location. Lanzarote, I'd be looking at Playa Blanca, and in Gran Canaria, San Agustin. In the Costa del Sol, Fuengirola, just walk out the door and you're just there. You've loads of choice out of Cork, and it's all on clickandgo.com. Can you recommend an adult-only 4-star half-board near Alvor in the Algarve in September? I had done the research on this one and then realised you'd said adult-only, and I was thinking I was going to struggle with Alvor, and I did. I cannot find any adult-only hotel in Alvor, period. Like, forget whether it's 4-star or half-board. I came up with 4 really good 4-star options though, but they're not adult-only. Have a listen to these. The Vitors Plaza, really good value, 664. This is all going out on the 18th of September. Flights and 7 nights, accommodation based on 2 sharing. So Vitors Plaza, 4-star apart hotel, 664 and half board. After that, just outside Alvor, Porches, a stunning location, like those picture postcard, beautiful Algarve, Ochre Cliffs. Everybody gets married around Porches. It is really, really pretty, not too far from Carguero, not too far from Alvor. Pestana Viking in Porches, 790 half board. Porches 790 half board. Moving up from that, and just outside Alvor in Praia de Vau, so between Praia de Rocha and Alvor, Praia de Vau, the Jardim de Vau, stunning property, right on the beach, a really unique piece in terms of being right on the beach, 900 including half board. And then the Pestana Alvor South Beach, a real take on Miami South Beach, in Alvor on the beach, stunning. Pricey though, 1147. So that's going to come in at just under 2-3 for the two of you. But that's on the 18th of September, and all of those prices are flights and 7 nights accommodation, half board. Now, I did find an adult only, and I saw it myself last year, but it's not in Alvor, it's in Portimao, and it's just outside the town of Portimao. Portimao is near Pride, Russia, and we docked in a ship just there at Portimao. I really like Portimao, it's different. So I think if you like Alvor, you might like Portimao. No real beach in Portimao as such, you'd have to go around to Pride Rush for the week, but it's not a far walk. And this is a really good value, 4-star Jupiter Marina property. Have a look at it online, Jupiter Marina Portimao, gorgeous rooftop pool, spa, totally adults only. It ticks the boxes in terms of the adult only piece, and a stunning 4-star. So hopefully that works for you. Click&Go.com. So that's it for today. Sorry, it's just really kind of busy at the moment, hence it being split over 2 days. We got all of the Instagram Q&A done for the travel clinic. Keep the questions coming in. We love the questions, and I'll tell you, if we can't help you, we'll tell you who in Ireland is the best person for you to go to in the travel community. So love the questions. Hope you like the answers. Keep them coming. Travel clinic next week. Click&Go.com.